Hey gang, Chris Angel, fresh off a coaching call where we were talking about the shifts in markets. And I know that right now it's popular to talk about a potential shift in the market. And here's the challenge, or here's the scary thing that happens when a shift is coming around. If you don't know where your business comes from, then you don't know how you're going to be impacted by the shift, right? So one of the things that you've got to start to do is track. You got to track where your business is coming from. Well, there's two things. Let me give you two things actually, fresh off this coaching call with a client. The first thing is you got to track. So if you can source where your leads are coming from, then at least you're not in the dark about where to go to work to get more leads. Like if 2/3 of your business is coming from your sphere, and you're worried about a shift in the market, where would you go spend time and money? On your sphere, right? Not only nurturing your current sphere, but developing it, build your sphere bigger, right? So the first thing you got to do is go develop a tracking system or a way to source where your business has come from. The second system that you need, okay, is you need to define the way in which you nurture your sphere. Most agents don't have a way. If I asked you, how do you generate leads? Most agents wouldn't have an answer. It would kind of be like a random, well, sometimes I call them, I check in on them, or maybe you say I have them on a canned follow-up thing, whatever. You need to be able to answer the question, how did you generate those leads? So if you don't already have a system for how you nurture your sphere, your database, then you need to create that. You need to have a way, a quantifiable way. When somebody asks you, how do you generate your leads? You say, well, this is what I do to nurture my sphere, and you can quantify it. I do this, I do this many emails, I do this many postcards, I interact with on Facebook like this, I run ads, you want to know how to answer that, because if you can answer that, then now you have cause and effect. I do this, it produces that. And if that is once you have that in place, you have a baseline, right? So now you can track, if you know that in the last 2 years, doing X amount of touches over the course of 12 months has produced whatever transactions you've produced, and then a shift happens and you're like, well, I'm still doing the same things in nurturing my people, but my results are dropping. You now can see, let's call them leading indicators. You can see indicators that are foreshadowing a slowdown in your business, and you can adjust quickly enough. But if you don't have a way in which you nurture your sphere and you're not tracking where your leads are coming from, then a shift in the market can sneak up on you and bury you, and you don't want to be buried. So if you don't have that in place, I would suggest in the next 7 days, you go figure out how to source your leads and identify or quantify what your your system is for nurturing your database such that it produces, the results that you've had. Okay, there you go. See ya.